Welcome to NM Serena. In this video, we are going to study strategy evaluation and control. The strategic control involves the monitoring and evaluation of the various plans, activities, etc. to find out if there is any deviation. And if we find any deviation, it has to be corrected. And hence, we can understand that the strategic control consists of two aspects. The first aspect is evaluation of strategic action, and the second one is taking necessary corrective actions. Now let us discuss the types of strategic control. In an organization, control may be exercised at different stages of action as feed-forward control, concurrent control, and feedback control. Among these, the feed-forward control is the evaluation of inputs and taking corrective actions before an action is done. And concurrent control is the evaluation of action and taking corrective actions during the action. And feedback control, it is the evaluation of the results of an action and taking corrective actions after the action is completed. So, the feedback control is the traditionally used control, and it is also called operational or management control. But many management experts have questioned the efficiency of the feedback control, especially in the dynamic environment in which a business operates. So to overcome this problem, they suggest the strategic management to use strategic control, that is, other than feedback control. They opine that feed-forward control and concurrent control are more important in the case of strategy implementation, because in this case they are continually evaluating the strategy as it is being implemented and taking the corrective actions to adjust the strategy according to the changing conditions, or taking necessary actions to realign the strategy implementation. Hence, they say that the concurrent control or feed forward control is more important in strategies than the feedback control. Next is the control process. The control process requires establishment of objectives, strategies, and plans. There is no function in an organization that begins without a plan. The plans specifies the objectives or the targets to be achieved. And then the establishment of performance standards. It is the criteria against which the actual results are measured. And hence, precision in the statement of the standards is very important. And it is also important to decide about the level of achievement or the performance which will be regarded as good or satisfactory. And the desired level of performance should also be reasonable and feasible. And the next step in control process is measurement of actual performance. It is the measuring of the performance in respect of the work in terms of control standards. It is done on a continuous basis so that if there is any deviation, it can be corrected in advance of their actual occurrence and avoided by appropriate actions. And the next step is analyzing of variances. This is an important step in control process as it is a comparison of the actual performance with the standard performance. And it involves finding out the extent of variations as well as identifying the causes of these variations. When adequate standards are developed and actual performance is measured accurately, any variation will be clearly revealed. When the standards are achieved or the actual performance is similar to that of the performance standards set, that means there is no managerial action is required and the control process is complete. But quite often this does not happen. There will be variation between the standard and actual performance, which makes the control process important. And the next step in control process is the corrective action. The corrective action is taken on the basis of feedbacks. It may be an improvement in the performance by taking suitable actions if the performance is not up to mark, or it may be resetting the performance standards if these are too high and unrealistic, or the action may be changing the objective strategies and plans if these are not workable. Coming to the strategic control techniques, it includes premise control, special alert control, implementation control, and strategic surveillance. Now, the first one, the premise control. Establishing premises is one of the important steps in strategy formulation. The premises are the anticipated environment in which a strategy is expected to operate. It includes assumptions or forecast of the future and known conditions that may affect the operation of a strategy. And the premise control is designed to check systematically and continuously whether or not the premises set during the strategy formulation and implementation process are still valid. If these premises are not valid, a change in the strategy is required to make it effective. And if an invalid premise is recognized, it is better that an acceptable shift in the strategy may be adopted. And the premises are concerned with two types of factors as environmental factors and industrial factors. Depending on the nature of environmental variability as stable or unstable, different techniques of premise control may be used. For a relatively stable environment, strategic momentum control techniques are adopted. And for a relatively unstable or turbulent environment, strategic leap control techniques are used. The second one is the special alert control. It is undertaken to assess the impact of any major environmental event, such as some technological invention making the present technology completely obsolete, or some war between two or more countries, leading to some strategic actions taken by some countries like sudden increase in some petrol product prices or some other prices or something which affects the organization all of a sudden. Such an occurrence should trigger an immediate and intense reassessment of the organization's strategy. We know that contingency strategies are developed on the basis of alternative scenarios to solve this problem. But generally, at certain times, they fail to take care of such types of sudden events. So, a control system is required to find whether these alert systems are working or the contingency strategies are working as expected. The alertness of the organization should always be there in the case of the strategy implementation. To check whether these special alert systems are working, the special alert control is required in an organization. Next one is implementation control. Several types of actions are required in implementing a strategy, such as project implementation, structural implementation, resource allocation, functional implementation, behavioral implementation, etc. All these actions take place incrementally over a period of time. So, implementation control is undertaken in this context. In designing and implementation control, two aspects are taken into account as monitoring strategic thrust and milestone review. And the next one is strategic surveillance. It is designed to monitor a broad range of events inside and outside the organization that may likely threaten the course of the strategy. So, the basic idea behind strategic surveillance is that some form of general monitoring of the multiple information sources that should be encouraged to bring some unanticipated opportunities. So, broadly speaking, strategic surveillance means having an overall monitoring of the surroundings of an organization to observe the threats and opportunities existing in the environment. Now we'll discuss how an effective evaluation and control system should be. First of all, the purpose of evaluation must be clear, and the standards and target must be realistic and ensure objectivity. The evaluation system must be economical and it must be simple to implement and simple to understand. Then the evaluation system must be appreciated throughout the organization and in different types of the branches or the units of the organization. And then communication. It is necessary to take people into conference and communicate the strategies for effective implementation of the strategy. This is how an effective evaluation and control system should be. Now this is the end of this video. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe the channel for the upcoming videos and click the bell icon.